since I blew, they all on my hey, back then, didn't know I exist. Don't touch my cup, you know how I sip. Hey, got your long, say I made her when I showed out my whip. Hey, spent about 10 on my 50. Ex-slick didn't hit with the back then, used to out the zip. Blow out his back and then dip. Got a whole party all on the ship. All these four things pull out the VIP. Suck to a nut, baby, pour out the milk. So you know how I drip.
Hey everybody, it's the coach. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Straight ahead, we've got a terrific matchup on tap between the Atlanta Falcons and the Buffalo Bills. With that, let's get up to Buffalo. Standing by at New Era Field, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, from the home of the Bills since 1973, there's a look at New Era Field just outside of Buffalo, New York. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Atlanta Falcons and the Buffalo Bills. With my good friend Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we have arrived at another new season. I had a little more pep in my step this morning. I know you did as well. Here we go.
Yeah, when you went out for your 5-mile jog, you were flying. You did it in record time because you were psyched up about this game. But let's be frank about it. No more radio shows, no more podcasts, no more just predicting what's going to happen. Now we get to see it on the field.
Now the kicker, Brandon McManus, about ready to get us started. And off we go from New Era Field. This is taken at the 3. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And now the Bills are going to stop it as they call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Now the first carry for Brian Hill. And an early how do you do right there as they're going to bury him in the backfield. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Now it's Griffin. That's caught by his tight end, Foster Moreau. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. A nice pickup there, 18 yards, first down Falcons. And a nice start there to the aerial attack to pick up the first.
And I think preseason is officially over now. Getting into the groove of the regular season, that's a great way to get started. First drive of the season, what a nice completion.
Now a play fake here on first down.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. And here are the Falcon offensive starters.
And the play of this offensive line is going to be so important in this game because we saw the sack a minute or so ago. They've got to be able to give their guy time to throw. That means communication and being physical is vital.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, that's the second time he's been sacked so far in the first half. And if they have designs on having a big year, on going anywhere, they've got to find a way to keep him upright so he can throw the football.
On fourth down, here's Matt Bosher on to punt. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And it's taken in at the 9. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. From the gun, it's Allen. That's going to be caught by Josh Reynolds. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. To throw, it's Allen. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Alec Ogletree in there to bury him for a loss of 11. On 3rd and long, it's Allen. Looking left side, and it's complete. It's a pickup of 13, but they're still a bit short, and it'll be 4th down. They do go for it. Here's Allen. This pass complete to Reynolds. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. Throwing now is Allen.
Well, peel back the curtain, partner. We've got a pretty good look into how they plan to play this game. Aggressive seems to be the word. Going for it on 4th down in that situation.
Yeah, opening drive. Now, we know this coaching staff, they have traits of aggression in their history, but what a start to this game. They're going for it.
Yeah, a lot of people might say reckless, but they got it. 1 for 1 on 4th down here early in the game.
14 yards, and the Bills will get a new set of downs. Allen going to come to the line here, 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game.
56.
Allen to throw once more. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here and 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
It's Knox, the tight end, making the catch. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down.
50 seconds. Hey, Charlie.
Allen going to go on 4th down. And he completes it to the tight end, Knox. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 16 yards there, and the Bills have a first down.
Hey, Foxtrot.
Allen now on first down. The throw on target to his receiver, McKenzie. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Again, they'll throw with Allen. And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. From 6 yards away, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
Extra point from McManus is good, and that makes the score 7-0. That one in the books as a 12-play drive, and it culminates in a Bills touchdown. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. So out come the Falcons now. They were forced to punt on their initial drive of the new season. Now they're ready to go as they begin again with a 1st and 10. They'll throw on first down with Griffith. And he'll find Moreau here. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll go with Hill here on first down. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for a first down for the Falcons.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
A run on first down, but it's not going to get him much. Maybe a yard, and that's all. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Raekwon McMillan leading the surge there as he drops him for a loss of 6. Third and long. It's Griffin. And the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Raekwon McMillan able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Here's Matt Bosher now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. That's fielded at the 8-yard line. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And coming up on their 2nd drive of the game, had the touchdown last time out. Now they have the football back. Chance to really... And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. D. Ford in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
Well, if an offense is going to throw the ball in this part of the field, any pass rusher will tell you that's his favorite part. Gets a chance to get after the quarterback. It's almost like a reverse red zone. They can create points using their defense, and this time they take their man down.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
Here's Allen. That's taken in, complete to Reynolds. 15 yards that time, and a Buffalo first. On play action, Allen.
Brandon, I have one word for you after that completion for a first down.
Lucky?
Analytics.
Well, the analytics say they punt the football there.
So we're changing to analytics as we go, right? What a big-time play for them, and really took a big-time chance.
Yeah, big-time first half chance. Back to the air on second down. It's Allen, and he fires one that's intercepted. It's Desmond Trufant. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown.
Well, partner, I do know this. If you're a defensive back, you have more chances to make a team now than ever because people are using 5 defensive backs, 6 defensive back packages. Not exclusively, but way more than before. That was a nickel package there, and what a pickoff.
Why is that? Why are they using that more?
Because more people are throwing the ball on earlier downs than ever before. This has become a passing league, and because of that, more defensive backs on the field on most plays.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This will be fielded at the 8. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. Allen now looks to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's McKenzie. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. Throwing again on second down. Allen, and he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Here's Allen to throw it. Finding Knox there, complete. Allen now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. Over the middle, complete. That's McKenzie. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. He'll let this go for the end zone. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this first half, a second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored 1, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. To the air, Allen to the end zone, but it's incomplete. Down this close to the goal line, first down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on first down in this situation because second down, that gives me an option of running play action, maybe throwing it.
Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. So it's 3rd and goal, and now the question, can this Falcon defense stand tall once more? Now Allen, and this is caught for a Bills touchdown. A 1-yard touchdown reception, and the Bills have taken the lead. Well, it was 3rd and 1. I was expecting run, so much for that. They pass it, they score it.
That had the feel of the head coach telling the offensive coordinator, you've got 4 downs here. We're going to go for it on 4th down unless there's a disaster on 3rd. Go ahead and take a shot if you want to. And he gratefully accepted the opportunity and did exactly that. If they didn't get it there, that had the feel that they would come back and try it on 4th down.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Players spotlight time now. Robert Griffin III. He's playing pretty well. I don't think it's necessarily him changing up something he's doing, but that O-line, they've got to protect him better.
They do. They've got to make sure that they give him more than
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They've had it twice. They punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
On second down now, it's Hill. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make it 3rd and 13. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Raekwon McMillan getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. We'll call that a 49-yard punt with a return of just 2. And that will come the offense as they take over. Here comes Josh Allen and the Bills offense back onto the field. And he's looked pretty good. Does have the 1 interception, but 2 touchdown passes so far. Your analysis?
They'll take the offset. When you talk about throwing 2 touchdown passes, no one wants to see an interception thrown, but those things happen in the course of a ball game and over the course of a season. But throwing 2 touchdown passes, that's why the team has an advantage. That's what they're looking for more of.
They'll be hoping to make it a 3-to-1 ratio here in the second quarter. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defense.
A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Ricardo Allen with a pick. And this one will be brought back to the 22. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Atlanta. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. First down, and it's Hill again. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game. And that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Griffin nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Raekwon McMillan. Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon. Needs something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Delay of game, offense.
So that'll back them up 5. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. Following the penalty, it's Hill. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Here's Matt Bosher now. He's been terrific so far. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Joe Mixon and the rest of his offense making their way back onto the field. And the good news, his team's winning. The bad news, he hasn't had the game that he's hoped to, at least to this point here in the second quarter.
And a lot of that is pride, because these types of backs want to be in the center of all the action and leading their team to victory. They'll take the win right now, hoping to jump his game up as this one moves on.
And he probably wants a little bit more of the spotlight going forward. Play action. Now it's Allen. Looking left sideline. It's complete. 19 yards the pick up there. Move the chains. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
Allen will try again on 2nd down. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. There he goes, right side. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. So now 2 pick sixes that he's thrown in this first half of play. Where do you go from here?
Well, number one, make sure you keep your poise. Make sure you go to the sideline after throwing this second one, and you look like you're still in charge, that you're still the guy, because your team's going to feed off of you. And if you're having your hands on your head or shaking your head and walking with your head down, guess what? They're not going to rally at all.
This will be fielded at the 6. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much.
That's caught at the 25. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Robert Foster in the final seconds of the first half as his guys are able to regain the lead. So they're able to break the tie just before halftime. Now they just don't want anything crazy to happen on the ensuing kickoff.
Yeah, they want to just add the extra point, get the kickoff taken care of, and get to the locker room with the lead that they fought so hard to get.
McManus's point after is good, and the lead is now 21-14. And we can break that scoring drive down pretty easily. One play, a long touchdown pass into the end zone. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
We'll see if week one fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Josh Allen leads the offense out for their next possession. And it was somewhat of a strange first half. He threw 3 interceptions, yet you look at the scoreboard, they've got the lead.
So you know what I think he did at the half? He stood up in front of the team, especially in front of the defense, and said, thank you. Appreciate what you've done. You guys have picked me up in a big way. And guess what? I'm going to get back to being who I am, which is pretty darn good. Let's go play the second half.
Fresh out of the locker room, they hit him with a gain of over 20. Now Allen. That's into the hands of Reynolds. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe. That throw good for 4. It's second down. To throw again on second down. Allen, and his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Ricardo Allen with a pick. And he's able to bring it up 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days. Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. To throw is RG3. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Raekwon McMillan able to record his 5th sack of the season. And now the Bills are going to stop it as they call a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn 1 here in this third quarter. Perfect. And he's going to go down again. Raekwon McMillan in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
Back onto the field now comes the Bills' offense. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. D. Ford picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. On play action, Allen.
And that's the 2nd sack of the game, but this player, disruptive in all phases, whether he's going upfield, coming underneath, you name it. He's a big-time guy you have to block.
5 men in the secondary now for the Falcons on 3rd down. Working out of the shotgun, here's Allen. He finds his running back, Mixon. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. To throw, it's Allen. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
Allen now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. And again, it's Allen. Throw left side to Reynolds. And he's got this down to the 35. 12 yards that time, and a Bills first down. Allen going to come to the line here, 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Allen's throw is complete. And he'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Tajay Sharp, the intended receiver. But now it'll be 3rd down.
57 to Mike. 57 to Mike.
Allen to throw once more. The throw on target to his receiver, McKenzie. And out of bounds right around the 20. What a methodical drive this is turning out to be. That time 9 yards, and the sticks move again. from the red zone now. Allen toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. Allen again here on 2nd and 10. His throw caught right around the 6. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Allen going to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown. From 3 yards out. And the Bills will add on to their lead. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, second half, no matter what. Whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Now the Falcons offense gets ready to head back onto the field. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Now it's Griffin. That one complete to Hill. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm.
Now look out, Griffin hit, and he lost the football. It's loose. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
Well, that was a big oops right there. But how about his ability to correct it? Loses the football, able to get it back himself.
Yeah, pounced right back on it, keeps possession. Now the Bills will take another timeout. And that's going to leave them with just one timeout remaining still in the 3rd quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt them. We'll be back. The punter Bosher on now as he gets this one away. Taken in at the 22. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And here come the Bills. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
And he'll be down at the 46. Well, they go from 146 to the other on a pickup of 8. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Allen. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. From the gun, it's Allen. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there.
Let's go.
Gotta love the catch. I think you gotta love the gloves as well.
Yeah, these one-handed catches, that was great. And they're fun. They're becoming a little more ho-hum, aren't they?
Yeah, they really are. And I know that it sounds like we're taking credit away from the guys, and we don't mean that at all. They really work hard on this one-handed catch thing. But I think the gloves have to be helping in a big way.
Here's Allen on 1st and 10. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 11. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them. Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Throwing again on second down. Griffin throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Jabril Peppers, a former first-round pick there on the coverage. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. On third down, Griffin, and he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this third quarter. Raekwon McMillan, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Back now in Buffalo. It's the Falcons. They'll have the football, but trailing on the scoreboard as we get set to begin the fourth. It's fielded at the 45. A tremendous return there, 39 yards. And this offense set up with a very short field. 1st and 10 inside the 20. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. A 16-yard touchdown. And the Bills will add on to their lead. I think all teams probably like seeing that schedule for the first time, looking at week 1. Oh, good, we're at home. This is why you want to be home in week 1. They're looking sharp.
And I agree with you totally. That's what you want. But there carries a little extra pressure with that as well, because you and I both know protecting the home field, winning your home games is paramount in this league. So you go into it, yeah, we want it, but now you actually have to go out and prove it.
Yeah, two sides to that coin, and looking like they're going to protect it here in this one. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Griffin, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Raekwon McMillan make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. The Falcons on third down, as bad as you can be, 0 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Here's Griffin, under pressure again, and down he goes again. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this fourth quarter. Taken from just outside the 30. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Bills are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. Allen now on 1st down. He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
The Bills on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This is 3rd and 11. From midfield, here's Allen. And that will be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Allen going to go on 4th down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Bills' drive stalls out on 4th down. And it'll be a turnover on downs. So we were looking at each other up here in the booth when they went for that saying, oh, wow, talk about trying to add insult to injury.
Some teams are just like that. You know, some philosophies, some coaches are like, look, when I got a chance to put some more points on the board, I don't care what the situation, I'm going
down the numbers. There he goes. Touchdown, Falcons. Richie James, 39 yards. And the Falcons cut into that lead.
Everybody likes to see the long ball thrown, but when you throw it underneath and you see someone catch the ball, secure it, make their moves, and then turn it into bigger plays, that's a lot of fun to watch as well.
Extra point good by Gostkowski. And that will shave one more off this lead. This will be fielded at the 8. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And the Bills getting set to go. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
On 1st down, Allen. And his throw is incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Allen will try again on 2nd down. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And the Falcons grab it.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the 4th. Following the fumble recovery, it's Griffin. And he'll find Moreau here. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. They only got a yard out of that last completion. And it makes this 2nd and 9. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
Tough day, tough sledding right there. And it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. On 3rd down, Griffin. Now look out. Griffin hit, and he lost the football. It's loose. And the Bills have recovered.
Brandon, I don't want to violate any of our broadcasting rules by declaring a game over before it's over. But that one, that puts them in real jeopardy there.
Absolutely. It was a 2-possession game. It is a 2-possession game at this stage in the 4th. They needed points out of that drive.
And obviously now, no chance at all to get those points that they so desperately needed.
A good start to the drive. Here's that's caught out on the left side. A big play here for the Bills. 48 yards.
Just more of the same there, partner. Guys have just been running free in the secondary this entire game. No pass rush, a lot of passes completed. It's been an easy day for him.
Throwing now is Allen. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. It's a pickup of 17 on that one, and a Bills 1st down. And quickly, they get to the line.
Big 6-6, pull it high. Watch the twitch.
1st down, and they're going to throw with Allen. And this is caught for a Bills touchdown.
That's it, huh?
An 11-yard touchdown. And the Bills capitalize on the fumble and turn it into 6. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable. It took them an extra look, but they found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official says this one counts. Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a two-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
I hope you brought your lunch because I'm about to take you to school.
Throwing now, Griffin on first down. Catch made, it's Moreau. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. To throw is RG3. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
I remember throughout my career here, defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. And they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
He's pass rush, and the pressure gets to him again. Raekwon McMillan in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
12 yards on the return that time. The Bills offense now, they get set to head back on the field. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Again, it's Mixon. A strong running. That one a first down pickup of 8.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and turn his legs for a really nice pickup.
We're not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. To the air, Allen. It's Knox, the tight end, making the catch. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. 15 yards that time, and a Buffalo first.
45.
And Allen is actually going to throw it here. Quick hitter here, it's complete. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Again, they'll throw with Allen. And it's caught. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? One by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that into the broadcast.
I just grab a nugget when I can.
Now Allen again to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
I know we could sit up here and dance around it a little bit, but going for 2 in this situation, somebody doesn't like someone else. There's no doubt in my mind.
Well, what they couldn't see is you lean back in your chair and you went, yeah, that's not a good decision. They didn't get it, though.
Yeah, I don't think you can just say, well, my kicker's hurt in this spot. No, okay. Now Griffin on first down. And the pressure getting to
RG3, he's brought down for the sack. Raekwon McMillan racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Here's Griffin. Incomplete. This is Albert Wilson. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. The 20. Touchdown, Falcons. Albert Wilson, 83 yards. And the Falcons get a bit closer.
Partner, you know what the real key is to stopping a good passing attack?
You tell me.
Being able to tackle as soon as a guy catches the football.
Didn't work out there.
No, because when you give up the big run after catch, the rack yardage, that puts your defense in a big-time stressful position.
A lot of rack yardage and a touchdown there on the big play. And the Bills are going to recover. Now they're down big here in the fourth. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Alec Ogletree able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack. And they just had another big completion there. And I think in days gone by in the NFL, you might have asked, is this a little bit of overkill? Is this rubbing it in? I don't think people feel the same way nowadays.
The age-old argument. Then you could say on the other side, if you're going to get angry about it, stop it, right?
Go ahead and stop me. And I think a lot of the times they just look at it like, let's just play the game. And however it turns out, it turns out. These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football.
45 to Mike. 45 to Mike. Pass 10. Pick up the ball. You go. Hey, Zoo. You got time.
So Allen's going to look to throw toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. They're still throwing the football here, and obviously the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
Yeah, I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. On second and goal, Allen, and that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Bills will add on to their lead. I tell you, Charles, you play to the final whistle, I get that, but there are a few folks that might not be too happy with that score late in the game with it already well in hand.
You seem a little squeamish about that last score.
I struggle with it. I struggle. But on the other, the argument, I get it, on the other side is, hey, do something about it. Stop them.
Now, I guarantee you, I know who was really excited. Fantasy owners who had them. Hey, listen, getting the points from me. They're not worried about hurt feelings or anything like that. That's just new age stuff.
Atlanta now coming out on the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. To throw again on second down. Griffin nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. To throw on third down. Griffin. James has it. And here a juke. Oh, an absolutely filthy juke. He's got some space now. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Richie James, 77 yards. And the Falcons cut into that lead.
Well, if you've got him in your fantasy league, you like his production, his second touchdown of the game. But right now, his team is trailing. Fortunately, he's playing pretty well and trying to...
And he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line.
Well, they tried to get 2 and ended up getting none because the quarterback had nowhere to go with the ball and ends up getting sacked.
Nowhere to go at all. Great job, though, defensively. They were ready. This will be fielded at the 6. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use.
And he's into the clear. And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top. Well, I've got to laugh here, and I really don't want to because the old school in me is not happy about this score this late, not necessary. But this is Madden, isn't it?
Yeah.
This is how it works.
Rub it in. Have a day.
I mean, what does it matter? These guys who are playing in this game, there are no feelings
Exactly.
there.
They don't have to face the guy. Well, they might if they're in the same room going head-to-head.
But that's
the
about
virtual guys on the screen don't have to face each other after this one.
In that case, run it up.
Well, we saw action to the final whistle in this one. Not only the touchdown at the end to add to their lead, then they tried to put more on top of the 2-point conversion but didn't get it.
That's someone that wants to win and by as many as possible. They don't get the 2